are going to pitch an idea that we want people to get in on the conversation with. Some of the best on-field hosts in minor league baseball become sort of synonymous with their teams. And you had a thought in a conversation in social media the other day. There's a flair and a look to those two, and people should explain who they like best from the most packaged, put together on-field MCs, and get into that conversation. Tell us about that.
Yeah, this is one of those things that happened on Twitter that wasn't necessarily planning on it, but then there you are. I think it came about because I wrote that Daytona Tortugas ballpark guide, and their on-field MC. This is what happens. You can put so much time into writing something, and then all you hear about is what you did not do. It's like, hey, it'd be nice if someone said, hey, that was a really great thing that you wrote that I learned a lot from and all that. But it's always, oh, can't believe you didn't include this. And in this case, what was not included was that I did not mention that the Daytona Tortugas have allegedly the best dressed MC in all of minor league baseball, young Professor G, who on July 4th last year wore 17 different patriotic outfits in one game, and has a closet full of stylish on-field outfits. I believe he's a huge fan of, Tyler, you seem like you'd know more about this, Roosevelt's, RSVLT,
right?
Yeah.
It's a great clothing company. They got some notoriety a few years ago. There was a big leaguer who wore their Sandlot button-down shirt, which has ham and hot dogs and PF flyers and all that on the shirt. Somebody wore that, I want to say, in spring training. Might have been Noah Syndergaard. Maybe I'm just making all this up. It's a very good, very baseball inclusive clothing line.
Yeah, so clearly, young Professor G with Daytona is in the elite of best dressed on-field MCs, but this started a Twitter conversation. Who is the best on-field MC? If you're listening to this, you probably go to your share of minor league baseball games. Who is your favorite? And, think about how important these MCs are in terms of, providing so much entertainment, and it helps to have a lot of flair and style. So in this wide ranging Twitter conversation, I think the name that inevitably came up most was Eric Mertens, Erik the Peanut Guy of the Tri-City Dust Devils, who literally spends a few innings vending, selling peanuts in addition to his on-field duties. There is a life-size bobblehead of Erik at the ballpark. He's a franchise icon on par with anyone else. He's been working for the Dust Devils, since the team began, essentially 20 years ago. Casey Catherwood with the Tacoma Rainiers, seemed like he is up there in the conversation. So I'm thinking about ways, maybe a Twitter poll to follow up on this, maybe, put some of the top MCs up for a vote on their fashion style and the energy they bring to the game. And I think they'd be fun guests on a future podcast to, talk to these ballpark characters who are, icons in their own right.